I've got a friend I don't yet know. I've got a story waiting to be told. And I've got seeds that have not been sowed out in any field. I got gold waiting to be mined. I've got desires deep in the night. I've got dreams safe inside my soul. Oh, sun, please don't fail to rise. Oh, stars, please don't fail to shine. And oh, breeze, don't fail to whisper in the pine. I've got shoes never been worn, bare feet too. A shirt never been torn, but cut off the sleeves. And a song waiting to be born, hiding in this guitar. Hopefully soon, a new song written on this guitar. I once hugged a man he'd never been hugged. Once loved a woman, never been loved. But she had something waiting to be sprung from behind her green eyes. Oh, sun, please don't fail to rise. Oh, stars, please don't fail to shine. And oh, breeze, don't fail to whisper in the pine. Or the Doug fir, as the case may be. No pines in this forest. But we've got maple, we've got some oaks. Look at the pent shack sitting next to a spindly old mossy oak. Hello, Linda, Knighted, Leather Pirate, Abro Cruz. That song, someone knows that song. Someone knows it. Hello, Philip. And Varen Flustering. Gabriella. That's what I can see. So we're getting, I don't know, how's it working out? It's all working out? Did anyone know the song yet? Han Solo said, I know. That was, is anyone gonna know it? Gonna guess it? I can say. I believe that might be the only version of that song that can be found. We're gonna have to get some more tea, but we've got a paper cup at the moment with a little duct tape handle on it, I guess is what it is. That's cold. That's cold and hard green tea. We're gonna have to get some more. Maybe we'll see the kettle. Hear the kettle. Is the kettle whistling yet? Lamprecht is the leather pirate. Hooray! Well, at least some people made it over. What are we gonna talk about today? I was getting the water. Let's check out some water pipes. Maybe that's what I've been working on here in the dry sunshine. So no one got it yet. That was a song from someone I met when I was living out in Vermont. Used to go to something of a open mic. I played there once too. It was called the Middle Earth in I think it was just over the border, New Hampshire. New Hampshire. That's what they call that state over there. Oh, the butterflies are out. See the butterflies? Whoops. Oh no. Spilled the tea. Well, that really means we've got to get some more. Oh. It was called Middle Earth, and they had a bunch of dead trees inside for decor. That was nice. I think we've got another fairy tale from our American fairy tales. It's short. These are all short. That's what's nice. It's nice that it's got a nice hard cover too. You can use another book as a bookmark. All right. So that was a song by a fellow named Matthew Madan, and I remember. Hello, Katya. Speak a little English, and she likes the song. Isn't that nice? It was by Matthew Madan, and he gave me. So I think I met him at one of the open mics there, and he gave me a little CDR with their demos that they had, and I hope I have that somewhere still, because that's the only place I know how to find that original that he gave me. But and then I somehow must have found him before that album came out. What's that on? It's on Fortune and Folly, Birch Book Volume 2. And I asked him if I could record it for this album, which he graciously gave permission. Because when someone hasn't recorded their song yet, you need to ask their permission to record it. After it's already been recorded, you don't have to ask permission. But until that time, if you're going to release it, recorded in New England and the American Northwest, 2004 to 2006, released in 2006. Helmet Room Recordings, Denver, Colorado. I have all the lyrics here on the little sheet, but they're almost too small to read. Can you read those? And I remember this was a nice letterpress. There was, I don't know if Stumptown printers are still around, but I got to go and work out all the fine details for the, you can see there's kind of, it's the old style letterpress, so they made metal blocks for it. Duotone. We had black and green. Emanuela at LERZB. Oh man. Okay, well, and what was I was talking about? Matt Madan, and anyway, that was a long time ago. I was trying to remember some of these times back the New England times. Didn't everything go so quickly? I wish I had posters from the concerts I played back then, because I'm still being reminded of some friends I used to play with out there in a band called Feathers, and I was sort of like their groupie for a little while. I went to all their shows, and they played quite a bit. And I think I must have been to like a dozen of their shows. And I'm trying to remember how many shows we played together. That was the thing. Is in my mind, I think we've at least like 4 or 5, maybe 4 or 5 shows. And I wish I had the old concert posters, because people made fun concert posters back then. We've got to get some tea in a bit. We've got to get some tea, and remember all our Nicks anew, the Nicky names. Well, everyone's got crazy YouTube Nicky names. Singer of the Sorrow has joined. And who is that? Who is Singer of the Sorrow? I was thinking about singing a sorrow song today. I was kind of going for maybe some more. Is it still spring? Is it spring or is it summer yet? Nobody knows. I don't know. I can't tell. It was rainy and a little bit cold. I did have my screen window out. I pulled out. I didn't want to be cooped in. I wanted the fresh air, and I guess I wanted some chill in the night. But there was a little bit of chill in the night. And we're gonna check out the water. Let's go check out the water. Let's see if the tea is ready. We'll get, because we need some more tea. And there's some little bugs clicketing around. Clickety click. Oh, there's the birds high in the tree. Oh yeah, there's lots of birds. Let's have a little moment of silence for the birds. There's the trucks too. The trucks are busy. We've got a story. What is it first? What are we gonna do? Story, tea, water. Let's put down the guitar so we can have some mobility. Yeah, I've got lots of little pieces of plumbing fittings. I've got to be my own plumber out here. It's lucky to have a bunch of plumber fittings. So I think the name of the song was Whisper in the Pines, right? And that was back on those first two, the first three. Was it the first three? No, maybe it was just the second and the third. So there was two albums that I had a little tradition of doing someone else's song, because they were mostly my songs. They were all my songs except for one each. And I thought I was going to keep up that tradition. I guess I didn't do that on the first album, I don't think. But they were all songs that had never been released to the public. So they were from people that I met in the world and knew their songs and got permission to put it on my album. I guess we're wandering over to the tea kettle to get some tea. Oh, what a mess here. We at least get to see the open door. We don't get to peek in there very much. That's what I'm doing today. It's the day to, it's the cleaning room day. I need to get, I'm gonna have more there's visitors around, and I want to have my room presentable. I gotta have a presentable pent shack. So we're gonna get the pent shack going, ready to show off. Blue sky, buddies. They had 34 degrees yesterday in London. Mind powers. Netherlands, very hot. Oh, well, I'm not sure. There's some things I need to deal with the tech. We're working it out. Look at the steam here. What's that? It's tea kettle steam blowing onto a candle holder. What's that? Does that have some sort of mysterious symbolism that we're not aware of? Haven't figured it out yet, though. This is just the placement, but we do have some steam, and we get to choose. Well, I wanted some more green, but you know, I need to organize my room to know where all the tea is. So let's just get some. I don't know. We're just gonna have some black tea. Black tea. Okay. And what was I talking about? I was talking about making a presentable room, cleaning the room. I don't know how often that has to happen. But... Oh, I was just on a trip. That's what it was. I was on a trip and I didn't have time to clean my room on the way out. Had to just get packed. Yeah, trips. trips. Okay, we've got the tea in hand. Let's get out of this messy room. We're gonna deal with it later, soon. Because today's a beautiful day to clean your room. Fun trip. Enlightened tea. The trip was... There was some moments of fun. It was also, I guess, necessary because I would still have that trip lingering over. Okay, we're sitting down. We're sitting down. Oh, I would have, look at that beautiful blue sky and sunshine. Perfect kind of weather if it's spring or is it early summer. And so the trip, I got to see a friend I haven't seen for a long time. An illustrious friend. I've got my paper cup. That's how you can tell I was on a trip, because I got my paper cup. But what does it mean when the barista puts these I think it's like a tongue. Is that like a tongue with like arrows pointing? Like, oh, I think it's a tongue. What does that mean when the barista gives you a tongue on your... Okay. When guys start cleaning up the room, it's due to a lady most of the time. Is that what it takes? Is that what it takes? Is there no hope? Is there no hope to keep a tidy... Maybe not. We just have to accept human nature. All right. So the trip, I went and visited the illustrious Suzanne Dancer. And I think it had been since 2023. And she was in a new place because her old place had a fire. That was hard, having a fire, but thankfully her memoirs were saved. So I encouraged her to keep working on her memoirs. It's a happy face. Okay. Maybe an eye wink and a tongue out. Oh, but the eyes would be kind of like on the side of... Are they like cheek dimples? Anyway. And we had a storytelling party. We had a storytelling party around a fire at Amir's. That was nice. Oh, I brought back some special wood I've been saving for oh, we dug holes. I dug 3 hours of holes and I can feel it in my back. Ouch. You don't notice until the day later. So here's my collection of engineered lumber here. So I got this at a estate sale, and it was an estate sale of someone who had a plywood making business. And so, oh, what's that? Okay. So I brought it back here, and the fun thing about engineered wood, you can see there's layers of things, is that you can measure it and cut it and it stays the same because it has so much reinforcement everywhere. So the problem with these regular 2x4s is that you measure them and cut them and then they go all wonky and they go and they twist all over. Accuracy. I enjoy a certain level of accuracy. Okay, we need our book. We've got a song. Let's take a look at the water before we read our story, because it's going to be exciting to... Okay, so what happened was I thought that I could fix my water heater by running vinegar through it, because I assumed that it was... Look at all these pieces. This is what you need. If you want to be your own plumber, you got to have all this extra junk around. Filters, pipe fittings. So we've got big tubs of water here. Oh, I got a fancy. I was hoping this wasn't this. I don't know. It's always a gamble, but I was at the Restore and I found this, and I'm gonna try it. And then it goes in here, goes out here. Anyways, that's the old one. It's not working very well, and I thought I could fix it by running vinegar through it for hours on end, but it did little to it's not working. So we need to get, along with cleaning our room, we need a nice supply of hot water. Get the hot tub working. Did I tell you about the hot tub? I got the poor man's hot tub that I want to get working again too. Okay, so story time. We've got our tea. We've got our story. We've got another song here in a minute. Tea, story, song. What's going on? Always busy. This is true. What's the plan for the engineered lumber? I believe I want to use it for my triangle walls for the newly ideated hex hut. This requires some deep philosophical exposition. In fact, more than we are able to achieve today. But I can say, did I talk about this last time? Or have I just been telling people that I may have overdosed on pence? I don't know. Is it possible? I didn't think that was necessarily a very plausible scenario to be overdosed on pence. But so when you live in a pent, you're subjected to sometimes extreme amounts of cosmic creativity, electrical pathways. So you're in the pent pyramid. Depending on what's happening in the cosmos, it gets funneled down, and then especially if you're grounded, if you've got your bed grounded. So the issue with I think we have to develop a new vocabulary to try to describe these situations, but we'll do our best. I need to make an essay for sure. Hex hut. So the cosmic creativity in the pent. The pent seems to channel the cosmic creativity, but if one does not have a house for the cosmic creativity, it can kind of get lost and disorganized. So while I have been very attracted to the pent for the magnificence of cosmic creativity, I need some balance of organization. So I realized the ideal was to funnel the energy of the pent from out of the universe down into the pent shack. And then what needs to happen is there needs to be a hex to gather and store what was manifested or channeled through the pent. So this is it's not new. It's old technology. I think it's old technology. Mushrooms are taking over. Hexane hood. So I think the new music studio is going to be The hex hut is the place where things get organized and coordinated for preservation, like in the honey of combs of the bees. That's where things get preserved, or like the Pennsylvania Dutch hex protection mandalas. You know those. So the hex is about preservation. The pent is about creativity. We need the perfect union in some kind of yin-yang balance. And then everything will work out perfectly. Okay, we've got a song. We've got a tea. We've got a story. Let's read our story because we've been putting it off for a while. And I'm going to still work on the tech. We're going to hope that... Oh, also, I need to make sure and look at all of the discussion because they're all going to be gone too at the end. That's another thing I'm working out. I'm working out how to keep the comments for after the moment is done. Tech is going great. That's good to hear. The treasure. So there's one called the treasure. There's the idler, but there was one about a gnome here. There's the golden finger. That looks good. The Bear Mountains, the idler, the treasure. Here we are. The dwarf who wanted to grow. Okay. There he is with an owl. A herd of buffalo were grazing on the prairie. The sun beat down, light breeze ruffled the high green grass, scented by wormwood plants, and a deep silence hung heavily over the prairie. Only crickets creaked monotonously, and prairie dogs occasionally barked while playing near their lairs. An old buffalo bull tore at a scented tuft of grass, then spat it out again crossly. A dwarf scrambled out of the tuft of grass, no bigger than a thumb. Thank you, Linda. Moon Over Ocean. I would like to play that again soon. That, I'll put it on the list, which in theory I do have a book. See, I need the hex hut so that I'm better organized. That's the whole point. I really had a fright, muttered the buffalo. What a close shave that was. You very nearly ended up in my stomach. The dwarf jumped clear and pelted away without giving himself time to thank the buffalo. He ran and ran till he came to a wild white horse. I am truly fed up with it all, sighed the dwarf. With what? With what? Wondered the mare. Why are you complaining so? A minute ago I nearly lost my life. The bull almost swallowed me. Couldn't you advise me how I could grow so I could be as tall as you are? Ah, that's easily done, neighed the wild horse. You will have to eat in one sitting a whole sackful of corn, then run all the way to the river and drink from it. Immediately you will be as big as I am. The dwarf thanked the horse for his good advice, ate a sackful of corn, and started running to the river. He ran and ran, the corn like lead weight in his tummy. When he reached the river and drank its muddy water, he looked at his own reflection in the water and moaned, Why, I am even smaller than before. Of course I must be smaller after running all day. My legs have become shorter with all that running. A herd of cows were grazing by the river, and the dwarf asked the oldest, Sister Cow, could you tell me what I should do to grow to the same size as you? That won't be difficult, answered the eldest cow. First eat a basketful of grass, and when you've eaten it, you must moo all day long. Then you will be the same size as I. The dwarf was delighted. He picked a whole basket of prairie grass and chewed and ate mouthful after mouthful. When the whole lot was gone, he sat by the brook under the tall poplar tree and mooed all day long. At dusk, He looked down at his reflection in the brook's surface and lamented, "Too much is too much. Instead of growing, I am smaller than ever. Why shouldn't I be? With all that mooing, I've really shrunk." An old owl sat in the poplar tree and was just preparing to fly off to hunt in the night. "Brother Owl," groaned the dwarf, "please can you advise me how I can grow? I'd like to be at least as big as you are." The owl shook his head wonderingly. "Why ever do you want to be taller? What good would it do you?" Why? Why I want to be taller and bigger? So I could win all the fights, of course. The owl kept on shaking his head. "Do you mean to say somebody wants to fight you?" "Well, to be honest, if I remember rightly, so far nobody has challenged me to a fight," the dwarf remarked proudly. "Most probably everyone is afraid that I would win." "Then who is there left for you to fight if so many are afraid of you?" "Even so, I would still like to grow," sighed the dwarf. "I am so tiny I can hardly see over a molehill, and I'd like to see the distant snow-covered mountains at least once." "Nothing could be easier," hooted the owl. "Climb this tall poplar tree, and the snow-covered mountains will be as clear as if they were in the palm of your hand." With that, the owl spread his wings and soundlessly soared over the silent, sleepy prairie. All right, thanks for stopping in. We're going to sing a song from Moonlit Missives. Let's see, this is 75 to 86. I think I had, but I do want to sing Moon Over Ocean sometime. I bet I could remember it. That's one of the ones I could remember. So maybe we'll save that one for later. Is it in the right key? The moon crawls up slow over the ocean. Water seeps about our perching rock. Tides arise, sounding the motion, splashing, lapping soft around the dock. Barnacle and bladder wag, touch to the skin, slipping onto shins and roughened feet, glimmering strands in undulation, splashing, lapping soft around the dock. I could be the moon over the ocean. I could rise up in the wide sky. I could lift the wind for your sails. I could rise your highest tide. Seasons come and go, everything changes. Images in clouds passing by. The picture emerging real. soft in the hues of morning sky. I could be the moon over your ocean. I could raise up in the white sky. I could